if you look at the Cold War and today, I mean, in the Cold War, the U.S. had a declared enemy, a real empire with a giant military, huge nuclear forces, and so on and so forth. You look at the world of today, and U.S. enemies, maybe a few thousand jihadis scattered around the world, a couple of minority insurgencies, and a couple of countries we used to call regional powers and weak regional powers like North Korea and Iran that we used to call rogue states. I mean, that at its worst is the lineup of enemies. And on that, we in this period, in the last 10 years, have built a security structure, a national security complex, which makes the Cold War one look small. The Pentagon budget dwarfs the Cold War budget. The intelligence bureaucracy, 17 giant agencies and a bunch of teeny offices, I mean, is so big you can't even imagine. I mean, this is a very strange thing, and this national security complex has been built on one thing. It's been built on fear. It's been built on a kind of infusion of fear into American society, and fear of only one thing, and that is terrorism. It basically has been funded by a promise to protect us 100% from terrorism, but nothing else. And the weird thing about that, the really weird thing about that, is that if you look at terrorism after 9/11, and if you count up the number of Americans in the domestic United States who actually have been killed by terrorists, I mean, even if you include the Gabriel Giffords events and the guy who flew his little plane into an IRS building in Austin, even if you include those events, you come up with maybe 25 or 30 dead people. In other words, worse than shark attacks, but way smaller than anything else Americans are threatened by. 14,000 murders in 2011, about 34,000 people die on the road. There are the dangers of loss of jobs, houses going, I mean, every danger you can imagine on which we're given no guarantee. The one guarantee that's been given to us is terrorism. You're not going to be hurt by it wherever you are, and on that we've built something so big and so profligate that it's startling.